Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up? And today I'm going to be talking about the Once Upon a Time Season 5 finale. So before I start talking about the finale, let me just apologize that I have not been making Once Upon a Time episode discussions in these past few weeks. I've just been very busy with filming other videos and getting those up, and also school has been happening, you know. I have exams. I took my third exam today. Also, I feel like if I made episode discussions on these past few episodes, it would just be me screaming at my camera being like, 1, why is this happening? And 2, I am so confused. But I watched the finale last night live, and you know, I was live tweeting and everything, and my goodness gracious, this finale I think was one of the most messed up Once Upon a Time finales ever. Like, I have never been so confused before. It just went into a direction I didn't think it was gonna go, and it was just really confusing. And then they brought the whole storyline with Jekyll and Hyde, and I really didn't understand that at all. But since this is episode discussion on the finale, if you haven't watched the finale yet and you do not want to be spoiled, I will leave now because I'm about to go into spoilers, so bye, non-spoilerly people! Okay, so the season 5 finale. Okay, so where do I even begin to talk about? Like, so many things happened, and plus this finale was 2 hours long, so it was just like 2 hours of me sitting on my couch being like, oh my goodness, why is this happening? And oh my goodness, I am so confused right now. I just mentioned the Jekyll and Hyde situation, so I gotta talk about that first, because my goodness, that storyline was confusing me so much because I had never heard of Jekyll and Hyde before this Once Upon a Time episode. It was so funny. When it went to commercials at one point, I literally looked up the story of Jekyll and Hyde because I had no idea what their story was. So I looked them up, and I'm still kind of confused about them, but I'm not as confused as I was. So what I got from the internet, and then what they explained on Once Upon a Time, is that the story of Jekyll and Hyde, it's like the doctor's Jekyll, right? Yeah. So like when he was drinking that blue stuff, he would become Hyde. So like he was becoming another human being, and then at the end when they stabbed the tranquilizer, you know, with the serum, like the doctor came out. So like the doctor was kind of like living in him, I guess. I don't know. But I will say though, I thought it was so funny when when Dr. Jekyll like gets out of Hyde, and Hyde's just like, you're kind of disappointing. Like, I expected more from you, and just, that was good. But this Hyde guy is now like our new villain, I guess, because now he owns Storybrooke because Rumple gave it up and just left us, and I was just like, what the heck? I'm not gonna lie, when this Hyde guy showed up, my first immediate thought was Dracula, because I heard stuff about that, and I was just like, it's actually happening. Plus, they were like in Victorian times, and Dracula takes place during Victorian times, right? I haven't read Dracula yet, but it's not Dracula, he's Hyde, and now we have this Hyde and Jekyll stuff, and I guess the place they were in was in Victorian times, even though I was really hoping it was Victorian times. It's not. But this place, my goodness, that first like clip of it, I was just like, this is so beautiful. This place they live in is the coolest. This place is called the Untold Stories, where people from other lands come here because they don't want their story to be told. They don't want to be a part of that fairy tale. So they come to this place where everyone can be together and there's different cultures, and it was just so beautiful to see that. Even though the people who saw it, you know, Hook and Charming and Snow and Selena didn't want to be there because they were transported there, which still don't understand why that happened when like the transportation door, you know, everyone was going through, like, when it shut, and then it grabbed everyone, and I was just like, but I thought you were closed, but it's open, and just, that was very weird. I'm glad we got to see this place though, because, you know, now, like, seeing it, I'm just like, you know, there are so many stories, and everyone can't fit into the fairy tale, so, like, where do these, like, unimportant characters go? And I guess they go to this place, and I found that so interesting. Speaking of stories, we kind of find out, like, when Henry and Violet were at the library and he finds all those Once Upon a Time books, and you kind of just, like, realize there's more stories. Like, I don't know, I kind of found that predictable. I was kind of just like, you didn't think there were more stories, you just thought they were all fairy tales. Of course there are more stories besides yours, besides Snow White and Prince Charming, besides Cinderella, besides Sleeping Beauty. Of course there's more, and it was showing stuff like the huge giant dude. I can't remember what that story is called. And then they showed the place where Hyde and Jekyll were, and just there were so many Once Upon a Time books. But I will say it was interesting to see all those Once Upon a Time books. I was just like, what? Oh my goodness, speaking of Henry and Violet, goals. I love them. Henry got a bay, and it is wonderful. They were so cute, and I loved that Violet was, like, so supportive, and I found it so interesting that at the end she reveals that her dad is immortal. Like, he's from our land, but he somehow got to Camelot. But that kiss between them, though, oh my goodness, it was so cute, and I love how Regina and Emma are watching it. Emma's just, like, all happy, and then Regina's just like, why is this happening? I seriously thought, like, Regina or Emma were, like, gonna go kill each other because they were just doing the most of me so sassy, and I was just like, okay, you guys need to calm down and find your son. Stop snapping at each other. You have more important things to do. Like, for example, finding the Olympian curse, which still, I don't really understand it. I don't know why they made that plot point. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not part of Greek mythology. Don't remember reading about it in Percy Jackson, so, like, I don't know if this Olympian crystal is actually a real Greek mythology thing. But this Olympian crystal, I thought, like, when Henry had the Holy Grail, not actually the Holy Grail, it was like the opposite of Holy Grail, the evil Holy Grail. I don't know, that was so messed up, but, like, he held it out, and then the Olympian crystal there, and I thought magic was destroyed for good. But somehow, I'm assuming they brought it back to life. I don't know why I'm assuming, because they did brought it back to life, because at the end when they were all at the fountain, and how I just loved how Henry's just like, every time when someone makes a wish into the fountain, it's showing that they believe. And just like, I never like realized that before. And I was just like, Henry, that's so wise and smart. But magic did come back because Henry was just making a stand and be like, people of New York, I need to save my family. Just please throw a coin into the fountain. And they all did. And I loved how all of a sudden it was like raining coins, and everyone in the Untold Stories land is kind of just like, what even is happening right now? And then the portal comes, and then they all jump through, including Hyde. No, Hyde does not jump in. But then Rumpel goes to Untold Storyland, though. So Rumpel leaves us just to go save his wife that doesn't even love him. But, you know, he's still in love with her and wants to meet their kid and be there for them. So he left Storybrooke into the hands of a man that we don't even know and could be a bad guy. And Rumpel, I just want to strangle him. So we have a new mayor or owner in town, you know. Hyde shows up and he was talking to Regina, and okay, am I the only one who saw something happening between Hyde and Regina? I could see it. I don't know if I wanted to happen, but like, I could see something happening between them. The thing is, if something does happen between them, like, could he be her true love? Because Robin Hood was supposed to be her true love, right? Am I right? You know. But he died, and he's not coming back. And so, like, if something does happen between her and Hyde, like, how would that work? Like, he's not her true love, right? Right? So if something happens between her and Hyde, to be honest, I think I would be happy for them, because she does deserve happiness, and we all thought that happiness was with Robin, but then Robin, he died. But speaking of Regina, the evil queen comes back. And this evil queen situation was really interesting. How like the evil queen is kind of like this part in Regina. Like this part she kind of can't live without, but she wants to live without it. And I found it really weird that when she, you know, puts the serum in her and like the evil queen comes out. So like the evil queen is now kind of like this whole separate person from Regina, because Regina and the evil queen are now kind of like two separate people since Regina is now good. And you know, when the evil queen was blown to dust, thought that was the end of her, and I was just like tweeting, oh my gosh, that was the end of the evil queen, but she came back. The evil queen is still in reign. She is alive and well, and it's so, I don't know how to describe it. It's just so odd that our villain now is a character we all know, and people might think it is Regina going rogue, going dark again. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want people to think it's Regina, because it's not Regina, because Regina is good and this is just a completely different version of her. I am so excited though to see the evil queen do, you know, her stuff. Do her evil stuff, because that's what she's known for. She's gonna be tearing out all those hearts, and people, probably more people are gonna die. One thing I will say about this finale was that I definitely think this end with the evil queen wasn't as shocking, because I think most of us knew like the stuff with the evil queen wasn't done. Like she wasn't just gonna go blow away to dust and then it'll all be done. Even though that's what I thought, you know, when she came back to life, I was just like, this makes total more sense. But yeah, this wasn't as shocking as like last season's finale when Emma became the Dark One. Like that one had me like screaming my head off. But oh my goodness, speaking of Emma, oh my gosh, Emma and Hook's kiss at the end, it was so beautiful how Emma was just, she told him she loved him, and they kissed and he picked her up, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. And everyone thought it was gonna be a proposal, which I kind of wished it was, but it's okay that it's not, because Emma told him she loved him, and oh, it was so beautiful. But this finale though, I definitely think it was the least craziest finale. Like, it felt like it was pretty calm and relaxed. Even though like a lot of crazy stuff happened, I felt like it was pretty calm throughout the whole finale, which was nice because, you know, the rest of this season has been just bonkers. But I think those are all my thoughts and feels on the finale. Overall, it was a good finale, but I definitely think it's not my favorite finale though. I think it could have been better. Like, some things were predictable, like with the evil queen, you know, but overall, still a good finale. I am so excited for season 6, and I can't believe we're going on to our 6th season, you guys. Like, oh my goodness, that's just crazy. But that, my friends, are my thoughts and feelings on the Once Upon a Time season 5 finale, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to watch more Once Upon a Time videos from me, you can click the subscribe button down below. I'm Courtney, and I'll see you all next time with a new video up soon, so I will see you then. So, goodbye, yo! Work, work, Angelica! Work, work, Eliza and Peggy, the Skylar sisters. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. My favorite Skylar sister is Eliza, by the way.